So last video, we left off with a very simple C file and a very simple CMake project to build it. In this video, we're going to quickly cover a few more complex things as well as make a basic C executable with a simple library. In order to do this, we need to come up with some functionality. For this example, we're going to have a simple main that will call into a library that we make. To start, we'll go with a very simple project structure. Create two folders, one called inc or include, and one called lib or source. Really, you can choose whichever you would like. Under the lib folder, make a new file called lib.c, and under the include folder, make a new file called lib.h. In lib.h, let's do pragma once to do an include guard, and then declare a very simple function that we'll be able to use from main. And in lib.c, we will implement that function. Now that we have those basic things implemented, let's make CMake build this properly. Currently, we have our executable declared, but now we need to declare a library as well. As you can see here, we are saying add library instead of add executable. This will add a library output target to our CMake file. What I've just done here is say that the tutorial library output needs the folder inc, which we have over here, to source its header files from. This will allow the build system to include the proper files in the proper place. One of the really cool features about CMake is it allows you to generate a library and then link to that library within the same CMake file. So what we're saying here is that the tutorial executable publicly depends on the tutorial library. This will automatically set up the include directories as well as generate the linker commands to link to our new library. In addition, in this episode, I'm going to show you a few more very cool integrations with Visual Studio Code. If we hit Control-Shift-P and we've installed the CMake extensions, we can type CMake configure, select our Clang toolkit, we no longer need the export, and we will configure with the new configuration. And now all the files in here are driven instead by Visual Studio Code. And we can do Control-Shift-P again, type CMake build. And we can see here we not only have now built a tutorial library, but built the C executable. All of this driven from Visual Studio Code. Now, let's make this actually work. In main.c, let's include lib.h. And instead of just returning 0, we will also call hello. Don't worry about the formatting too much. And then you can Control-Shift-P, CMake build. And now, if we go to our terminal and we run the tutorial, we will see hello world. So in this tutorial, I've just quickly shown you how to declare a library, link to that library, as well as how to structure a very, very simple C project with a reusable library, and then build it all with CMake. Please stay tuned for future tutorials where I'll go further in depth, not only into Visual Studio Code, but things like LSPs with Clang D, as well as eventually embedded development.